This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, a good one in store. It's the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. From the 35, here's 2nd and a yard. Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a Carolina first down.
First down, Panthers.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And they can continue to generate these big explosive runs. I don't think they need to go away from it.
At the 50-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Young. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On 3rd down, here's Hubbard.
That's a heck of a stop by this defense early in this game, Mike, and it sets up a decision for the offense. You might be a little too far away to attempt a realistic field goal, but you might be a little too close to get anything out of the punt unit. I think I'm keeping the offense on. I'm trying to extend this drive, and I'm being aggressive here early.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it with Hubbard. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
So here come the Jets. Their ever-changing quarterback carousel stops on Justin Fields, the 26-year-old. Remember, the Bears' first-round pick back in 2021 out of Ohio State.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. he is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
They got 6 on that first down run, so it is 2nd and 4. Another run here with Hall. Open space to the 35. A pickup there of 25 yards. And the Jets have a first down.
There's 2 elements to a successful run play, and the key is having them aligned. The offensive line needs to block according to the play and create space, but the back has to hit that space at the appropriate time. And this is a clear example as to why it leads to big gains.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here comes Hall on this toss to the right. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. Good running. Gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. They put Wilson in motion.
Give him credit for keeping this play alive as long as he could. This easily could have gone down for a loss, but he's kind of able to find his way forward and at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Hall. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. They'll try to run with Hall. Good blocking, and he's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll begin with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
2nd and inches. They'll go again with Hubbard. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. Deep for the Jets is Isaiah Davis. A fair catch called for and made, but hold everything. There is a flag back by the kicker. It may very well give him new life. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Young to throw. This one taken in by Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Still 1st down.
To throw is Young. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion. Hunter Renfro was the intended target that time. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Now Young going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. To return, it's Isaiah Davis. The Jets offense are not ready to get going. On their second possession, the lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
He runs with it. And Fields, who's tough to bring down in the open field, gives the D a break as he slides down. But he got the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
First down. Fields. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Christian Roseboom in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Fields. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Mason Taylor, the tight end, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On play action, Young. He's got the 1st-round pick, Teteroa McMillan. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Young hands it to Hubbard. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Panther first down. We are through one. The Jets have the advantage. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Panthers football to begin this second quarter. So they come to the line for first down and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Sauce Gardner makes the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Throwing is Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
To the 5-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's a carry for Dowdle. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
The motion man is Sanders. Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the playoff on 3rd and short.
Still 3rd down.
So backed up now to the 8-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Young. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
On fourth down, on comes Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers are back within one. It's 7-6.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
There's the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
Automatic 1st down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
Fields now on 2nd down. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Fields to throw. He gets this one complete to Reynolds. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields. He's got the big rookie out of LSU, Mason Taylor. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and then they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Fields. He keeps it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. Now Fields. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Panthers will take their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And the Jets extend their lead to 10-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. That's out to McMillan. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Back to throw, Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for 3rd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
He's got a man! That's McMillan! And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
On 1st down is Young. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
A 2nd down throw for Young. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he will score! Tommy Tremble. Touchdown, Carolina. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Rene Wanwu now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jets offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now, Fields out wide. Here's Smith. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
This one taken in by Reynolds. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. To throw is Fields. Now he takes off. And he'll give himself up here. That's a gain of 5 on first down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
2nd and 5. Jets are going to use their third and final timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Fields now. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Derek Brown in there for a loss of 5 on the sack. And now it's 3rd down. So, halftime straight ahead, and we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the second half is about to get underway. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Davis now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield. The Jets offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Hall. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll go again with Hall. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Jets first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Taking off, and he's in! Weston Fields! Touchdown, Jets! The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Now, folks, on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Jets make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
Panthers 13.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Young. That's taken in by McMillan. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. Looking left side is tight end Tremble. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Young. That's caught left side. It's complete. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for Aaron Glenn. He has made the decision. He wants another look, and out comes the challenge flag.
The previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Here's 1st and 10. The motion man is Sanders. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Here's Young. Going to set up the screen here to Hubbard. He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another run here with Hubbard. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
On 4th down, Young. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. The Jets offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there, and it's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. this down. That's Hubbard out of the backfield. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
They'll go play action with Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
3rd and 6. The motion man is Sanders. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Still 3rd down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Now Young. He'll try to run for it. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Back deep is Isaiah Davis. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. Play action now for Fields. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
They'll run. This is Hall. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Fields going to look to run this himself. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a 1st down.
And this is an area of the game where Justin Fields really excels. His ability to not only improvise, but also be used as a designed runner. And in this case, that's exactly what this offense does, and he picks up a nice gain.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Shaw Smith-Wade there on the stop.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On the option, here's Hall. And he'll get forward for about a yard. J.C. Horn coming in from his quarterback spot to make the tackle. It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon. 2 choices down there. Either work it up inside or use that speed to the edge. And Greggy's able to sneak it in for the touchdown.
Down here this close, Mike, there's a lot of bodies in there tight. So oftentimes, if you can get the back on the edge, they can rely on that speed, and that's exactly what we saw here. He wins the race to the pylon, and he's rewarded with 6 points.
Folks' extra point is good. And the Jets will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 26-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Here's Young to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Former 3rd overall pick, Quinton Williams. Getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw, Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs he's able to pick up a positive play.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. And he's on to punt for just the second time in this game. Davis to return it. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Second down, it's Fields. This one caught by Lazard. They will get about 6 before he's taken down. Third down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. There's a short one caught by Taylor. 16-yard pickup on that one. And the Jets have a first down.
That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, they might be running out of time.
That's caught. Down the field is Reynolds. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 21 on that pass play. Good for a Jets first down. They give to Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
What is?
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Fields. He's going to run it. And a nice run. It'll be close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Shotgun snap, and they give to Hall. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. He's long.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Trevin Wallace gets for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
This a must-stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Nick Folk back out after the made field goal. He'll boot this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27.
Will McDonald on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll step up and run this. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
On 1st down is Young. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Young. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now he'll air one out. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. On the run, here's Hall. Space to run inside the 20. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one. And just like that, it's 1st and goal.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
That one caught by Wilson. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Fields. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's in. Mason Taylor. Touchdown, New York. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Folk now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jets will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Throwing is Young. Look at that. Slinged it across his body and connected. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. From the gun, it's Young. Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield. 3rd and long. Young. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Another run here with Hall. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd down, here's Hall, and he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
And that one not placed as well as he had hoped. It's all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. So this one in the win column for the Jets. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.